When's the last time you hugged your teenage son? Loving our teenagers through their teenage years has to be so intentional because them little motherfuckers with all them hormones going everywhere, all over the place, first of all, they can't help it. But also, that shit is hard to deal with. Okay? It's hard to deal with teenagers. If you're raising a teenager, you know it. It's hard to raise a teenager. Okay? And I don't feel like it's easier one way or the other, whether you're raising a boy or a girl. Hormones are fucking hormones, okay? If you feel like it's easier to raise a boy because you're not dealing with hormonal teenage girls with the cattiness and the mood swings from the periods and the arguing and all of that, you're not properly raising your teenage boy. You're not involved enough in raising that teenage boy. If you feel like raising a teenage girl is easier, or if you feel like raising a teenage boy is easier, okay, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, when is the last time you hugged your teenage son? So yesterday was a very hard day for me and my teenage son, okay? I always have to preface by he has ADHD, okay, because it makes it that much harder, okay? Because people with ADHD, they tend to have what are called rage episodes, okay? So on top of raging hormones, ADHD tends to send you from 0 to 1,000 like that, and it happens a lot. Okay, you really have to be intentional in teaching them how to manage that shit and how to prevent getting into those rage moments, because it can get so bad to where they don't even remember what the fuck they did in that rage moment. Okay, they will go black, go red, whatever you want to call it, and they won't even remember what the hell they did while they were in that rageful moment. Okay, so I always have to preface by saying that. Okay, so I have that extra challenge on top of raising a regular hormonal teenage boy. Okay, but anyway, so all pretty much half the day was just hard as shit yesterday with him. Okay, it ended wonderfully, it did, but it's hard. But I say that to say this: realize that I haven't been hugging him a lot lately. Okay, and it's natural, it's normal, it certainly isn't intentional. He's getting older, he's in his own world a lot. Okay, he's not coming to mommy a lot, he's not getting in my bed a lot anymore. He's going into his own teenage thing, right? All normal. So you have to be intentional in getting in their shit and giving that affection that they no longer ask for, okay? Especially the boys, because they tend to start to draw back, okay? They start to shy away from those emotions, okay? So that 5-year-old boy who used to say, mommy, and be happy to cry or let mommy kiss his boo-boo, okay? Somehow, somewhere it clicks and they go dumb, they go mute, right? So after all of the craziness yesterday, he literally was sitting by the front door, just sitting there and kind of tapping his head. This boy's almost 6 foot at 14 years old, okay? But of course, I can look at him and still see my 3-year-old boy. I can still see my toddler. I can still see my baby, okay? So in that moment, okay, because, tensions were high. He just screamed at me. He even cursed at me, okay? Different video. But anyway, I'm sitting there looking at him do this, and I'm just like, I wonder what's going through his mind. I wonder how he's feeling right now, because the energy it's giving is that I'm sad and I don't know what to do. That was the energy coming from him when he was doing that. So after I had calmed myself down, I got a shower, calmed myself down, and everything had calmed down, I told him to come here. He comes and stands at my door pouting, okay? And I said, come sit to me. So now he's doing this thing where he's barely inching to me. I'm having to constantly keep telling him to come to me. So I had him come sit, okay, at the side of my bed, had him come sit. And I told him to face his back to me because I was about to hold him that way, right? But he wouldn't come all the way close to me, right? And I could just feel it. I could feel the closer he got, now that he's right in front of me again, I could feel that energy of this is a little boy who is sad. This is a little boy who don't know how to express his emotions right now. And so I had that conversation. I said, what are you feeling right now? So I'm sitting on the edge of the side of my bed. He's sitting on the floor. He's backed up to me, tall as shit. So he's pretty, high up to me. What are you feeling right now? No. I said, yes, you do. What are you feeling right now? Right? So we're going and, I'm triaging, I'm doing the therapy thing. And we got down to the bottom of it. He felt angry. He felt sad. But before he would say he felt sad, he literally said, I don't want to talk about what that. I don't want to talk about that. So that I had to reiterate and go over again. You cannot keep emotions in, because when you do that, you start outbursting and screaming at me like you did earlier. You cannot keep those emotions in. You can't do that. Okay. It ended great. Okay, it ended on a great note, right? He walked off, so now he's okay. Everybody's back to normal. Everybody's calm. He's even talking about some of the shit he did when he went outside in his rage, and he was talking about he was throwing a freaking stick at his brother's window, just doing stupid shit while he was mad, whatever. So he's standing there. He asked me to come fix his plate for dinner. He's like, "No, Mom, you gotta come fix it for me." You know, he still does that. It tastes better when you make the plate. You know, that dumb shit trying to make me make his food. Anyway, so before I made the plate, I went and grabbed him and just held him. I held him. I hugged my baby and held him. This almost 6 foot boy, I hugged my son and I would not let go. He did not return the strong embrace. You could feel his hesitation, but he also didn't let go. These kids need affection, especially these boys. Even when they feel like they don't want it or they're trying to fight it, they need it. You have to intentionally hug your sons. Look in their fucking faces and let them know they're still loved. Hold on to them tight. Let them still feel that love, even though they're running away from it. I don't know if it's just the testosterone that makes them do that. Do not let your boys fray away. Don't let them steer away from the emotion they need. This is really when they need it the most, and I can see that. I can firsthand see this is when they need it the most because they don't understand what they're feeling. They probably don't like what they're feeling, so they're going to shy away from it. You have to let them know it's still okay to feel. It's okay to have emotion. It's okay to be affectionate. It's okay. Hug your sons. Hug your teenage sons.